Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Buckman. I am 24 years old and today is October 18th, 2023. Today marks 2 years on YouTube for me. I am honestly shook. And I high-key forgot that that was today. I was in the middle of filming a clip for my Vlogtober week, and it hit me mid-clip that today is October 18th, which is my 2nd year anniversary. It's crazy to me to think that I have been doing this as a hobby for 2 years now. I can already tell you off the bat that I definitely dedicated more time to this hobby my first year around. This 2nd year on YouTube for me has been full of so many life events for me that I just have not been able to commit as much to this hobby as I was my first year. It has been so much fun, so let's just go ahead and dive on into the yearly questions. I have them written here on my phone, and I'm also really quick pulling up my YouTube on my laptop just so that I can verify all of the answers are correct. The first question is, how many subscribers do I currently have? I currently have 35 subscribers. Again, is crazy to me because I really don't promote my YouTube that much like I stated in last year's video. I still have a very firm belief that this is something that I want to do for fun, and if people happen to find my channel, whether I know them in real life or not, I think that's awesome. If they want to enjoy my content, please feel free. I'm honored that there's 35 of you in the world currently who are subscribed to me. I think that's crazy. So yeah, that's the current number. The second question is, what is my most viewed video? My most viewed video I will have linked below is actually one I just posted this year. I posted it about 5 months ago. It was a video of me explaining my 1 year off of social media. It currently has 769 views, which I think is crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed making that video. I can see why people would love to watch it. I think it's a pretty detailed explanation of my personal experience of taking a year off from social media. It's probably one of the videos that I'm most proud of that I've made to this day. I took a lot of time thinking my thoughts through and writing them down before I filmed the videos. I feel like that really portrayed during the video as well. And it was just a sit down video just like this. I literally sat down on the floor and just talk to you guys about my experience, and I feel like it's one of those things that in this generation and in this day and age, it's not like a common thing to do. I could see that being something that people would want to watch, so I'm happy that so many people enjoyed watching it. The third question is, am I content with my past year on YouTube? I want to say for the most part, I'm pretty content. Kind of like what I touched on in the beginning of this video, I will say my first year, I really committed a lot of time into this hobby, and this year, I just simply have not been able to. It's something that I definitely want to spend more time doing. I think given the cards that I was dealt within this past year of just the life stuff that's been happening, I feel like the fact that I was still able to post at least a few videos here and there, I feel like I'm very proud of myself for even doing that much at this point. My fourth question is, how many videos did I post and how many do I have in total? So according to my YouTube channel on my computer, I have 46 videos posted altogether. I have posted 12 this year. That's definitely a big decrease from how many I was able to post within my first year. But like I've been saying throughout this whole video, I have been very busy and I just haven't had time. And I take a lot of pride in the stuff that I post. I'm not saying it's anything phenomenal, but if I'm going to post it, I want to be able to look at it and be like, yeah, you spent time doing that, you know? And it may not even appear that way to people when they watch my channel. I'm sure it doesn't. I don't do extravagant edits or anything like that, but just with what I currently have and how I'm currently doing it, I feel like I'm pretty proud of it, so. The fifth question that I have is, where would I like to see myself by next year? I think this is a hard question for me now, answering with it being my 2nd year around with YouTube. Truly at this point, I still consider it a hobby. I want it to be something that I enjoy doing. I want it to be something with just the most pure intentions of, I'm doing it for me. It's pure and selfish at the same time, if that makes any sense. So where would I like to see myself by next year? I think I had a very similar answer last year. I would just like to see myself still happy doing this. If I make it to 3 years on YouTube, I just want it to be still something that I'm doing for me, and it's something that I enjoy doing. The sixth question is, overall goal for next year. This one is so hard. I feel like it's so similar to the last question, but I like to have at least somewhat of a goal going into every year. I think my goal for this year, was something on the lines of just further learning and further growing in like the tools I have and how to use them. And I feel like to some extent I did accomplish that goal. For one thing, I now have an iPad that I've been editing / filming on, which probably doesn't seem like much. It's still not a proper like filming camera, but it's just another device. And then I've also kind of upgraded in editing software, and it's not even like a fancy software. It's just the one that I have on my laptop. There used to be a free one on it, and then they got rid of it, and so they have one that you can pay for, and it's really not that expensive. And I was like, yeah, let's try it, because after trying to edit my Sabrina vlog and how much space it took, I was like, I need to start editing on a computer. It's kind of a learning curve right now, but it's working for the most part. So I feel like accomplish that goal for me that I set for myself last year. That is really hard, because I feel like every goal that I think of is more geared towards like, if I want to see myself make something bigger out of my channel. And current Sarah is really happy with the state of her YouTube channel, you know, like I love the ability to create, and it's currently just for the eyes of a small audience, and I truly at my core just want to keep enjoying it. I don't want it to, at least in the current phase that I'm in with my channel, like I don't need it or want it to become this huge like part of my life. I just want it to be something that I enjoy doing. So it's really hard to come up with a goal, because so far that's what I'm doing. Like, I do it when I have time. I do it when I have content that I want to share. I currently do it with the tools that I have accessible to me. I guess a good goal for me going into my, is it technically going into my 3rd year? I think an overall goal for me going into my 3rd year of YouTube would be for me to take more pride in the fact that I do it. I feel like it's something that I generally, for many reasons, but I feel like I generally don't like to tell people, and when people find out, I feel a lot of embarrassment from, or even like just filming clips, I feel a lot of embarrassment doing it sometimes. And I think I would really like to see myself grow to a point of accepting that this is something that I like to do, and accepting that there's gonna be people who think it's weird, there's gonna be people that think it's cool, there's gonna be people everywhere in between. And just accepting that I can't control that. The only thing I can control is how I view myself doing this. And I know at my core it's something I enjoy doing. And if it's truly for me, I would like to see myself grow to be less embarrassed overall, I think. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good goal for next year. I think that's where I'd like to see myself by next year. And then the last question I have is, what is my biggest takeaway from this year? I think my biggest takeaway from YouTube for this year would be doing anything the way that you want to see yourself do it is 10 times more fun than doing it a way that you think people expect you to do it. And I feel like that's a lot of words and kind of a lengthy explanation to the point of, if you are pursuing something that is genuinely something that you want to do for yourself, to see yourself do because you think it's fun, etc. Like at the end of the whole goal is it's for you. You are going to enjoy it so much more if you attack it and go about it in the way that you vision yourself going about it. I think sometimes I think of my channel as something that's obviously fun, don't get me wrong, that's why I'm still here, that's why I'm still doing it, but sometimes I feel like even though I feel like I have removed a lot of what society would expect out of a YouTuber, I feel like there is still like the slight pressure of how I approach my channel and what I post and how it looks and how it's edited or the content of what I'm posting, when really the ones that I enjoy the most are the ones that I do the way that I envision doing it. And I know that might not make sense to some people, but I know Sarah, this makes sense to her, and that is who it is for. Yeah, I think that's my biggest overall takeaway from this year on YouTube. But yes, to wrap up every year on YouTube, like I did last year, we ended it with a treat. And like I said last year, I was hoping to have a cupcake or a cake with a candle or something. And I did have a cupcake. It was one I didn't bake. And lo and behold, again, it just came up on me this year. I was not prepared for it in the slightest this year. So the treat that I have to share with y'all this year is some cookies that I made. And I didn't even make them from scratch. It's the Halloween Pillsbury pumpkin cookies. But yes, cheers and happy 2 years on YouTube. These cookies are so good. As always, I hope you guys are having a good day, but if you're not, that's okay too. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Buckman. I am 24 years old. Scratch! Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Buckman. I am 24 years old and today is October 20... Take 4.